And good morning. It is a lovely, cool autumn morning and the trees are turning glorious yellow and red, but we are ready to get down on the mat today. This is a class about blocks. If you don't have a block, that's okay. We will modify and make suggestions without the block. If you don't have blocks, perhaps you should bring to your mat a sturdy towel or blanket that we can use for propping towards the end. All right, now here's the other thing. You might want to have a chair or a piece of wall in case you need to have some balance for some of the poses. All right, so let's go. Hopefully our music is at a good level. All right. So the beginning part is about our feet. And if we have a block, we'll use the block. And if you don't have a block, and you've got a wall nearby, we can use the floorboard. Okay, so start with your block. I'll come a little closer. And bring the ball of the foot onto the block. And if you don't have a block, use the wall and just bring the ball of the foot onto the wall. Right, and we're going to bend our knee and lean in, and then come out. Bend your knee, lean in, come out. And again, bend your knee. Do you feel that in your shin? Come out. Let's breathe in. Exhale, sink and hold. Just put your awareness in the front of the shin. Feel the stretching through the sole of the foot, through the Achilles heel. And breathe. And then slowly roll out. Okay, so step off and just shake out your hips. And then we're going to bring the whole foot on top of the block and turn your toes under. Now, if you don't have a block, you're just going to turn the toes of your feet on top and lean forward so you're getting a stretch through the top of the ankle, the top of the shin. The nice thing about having the block is that it's soft, unless, of course, you've got a cork block. So I want you to come in and out. Just slowly roll up and roll back. We're playing with the tension of the muscles by coming in and out. This time we'll hold. Just breathe nicely in through the nose. Exhale, haw through the mouth. Make sure your big toe and your baby toe are making contact with the block or the floor. And just go as far in that you feel the stretch. And slowly roll out, step off. Now the thing about the block, because I know that some of us have bunions or toes that don't work, the big toes don't work, is that you can hang that big toe. You should be able to maybe hang the big toe off the side of the block as you lean in. I don't know if you can see my big toes hanging off the side. Okay, so now we're just going to work with just the ball of the foot and roll forward, ball of foot. Big toe, baby toe, making contact with the earth. And relax. Rolling up, heel through ball of foot. Feel the muscles of the foot engaging, stretching, release. And one more time. And now we'll come in and hold. So big toe and baby toe are making contact with the block or the earth so that your shin is pointed over the second and third toe. One more breath. Relax. So on the block or on the floor, we're going to roll up right on to the tips of the toes. And come out. 2 more times. The tips of toes. and back. And now we'll come up and hold. Feel all the toes. And release, shake it out. And let's just take the foot and circle the knee. That will circle the ankle. Center, reverse. Feel it all the way up into the hip, through the knee, through the ankle, through the fascia of the feet. Good. All right, now feel the difference from the one side you've worked to the other. And let's take that on the other side. So this is the one where you get the ball of foot right up the wall or on the side of the block. Okay, step your other foot back, bend your knees, sink forward, and come out. Sink forward with the knee, come out. One more time. Feel that in your calves, your heel, and the foot. Come out. And now, let's hold. 3 breaths here. In through the nose. Let's go out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. One more. Step off. Just shake out. And this is one where we're trying to get the top of the feet, and you can do it on the block or on the floor, the top of the feet, and lean forward so you're getting this elongation through the top of the foot, the shin, the knee. Come out. And in. Out. In. One more time. Let's hold it. So you can hold a stretch for 30 seconds to release the muscle spindles, or you do that in and out thing in the movement 3 times, and that shuts the spindles off from reacting and allows the muscles to lengthen. One more breath. Slowly release, step off, shake out. Now coming up onto the block or just onto the ball of the foot. So this is what we call the ball of the foot, not the base of the toes, but this chunk right here is the ball of the foot. All right, leaning forward and coming out. Pulling the heel up, leaning forward, coming out. One more time. Come out. And you could have the big toe joint off the block and lean forward. Two more breaths. Step off. All right. So that was ball of the foot. Now we're just going to come all the way up into the tips of the toes as high as we can. Come out. 2 more. Last one. And we come out and now we hold. So come right up into the tips of the toes. And release. Swing out, and we'll do that circling of the knee. Other direction, feel it all the way up into your hip. Put your hands on just below your hip bone, and you can feel there's some muscles right here as we're circling, tensor fascia lata. So this is our hip bone, just move a little off to the back, to the side, And as you're circling, you can feel. So this muscle gets quite tight. I want you to, if you have a block, come up onto the block, and you might need a patch of wall for this. Okay, and if you don't have a block, that's okay. Just stand and really straighten your supporting leg and then flex the other foot. And then begin to swing. But I want you to really relax this leg that's swinging, and don't make it a very big swing. Let's make a little swing and feel like you have a heavy weight, and that's your foot. It's your pendulum, and it's pulling all the muscles down from the hip towards the floor. And now you can start to make this bigger. And feel how it's stretching the front of the abdominals. Okay. And then slow it down and take it on an angle. So you're crossing in front of the body and towards the back corner of the room. Good. Slow it down. Come back to center. Reset. Observe. How does this feel? Now I'm going to have to turn around. I won't be facing you. Let's do it on the other side. So coming up, or just engaging your supporting leg and flexing the other foot. Start to slowly swing your leg like a pendulum. Feeling the weight of your foot, toes pulling towards your knee. And I want you to feel more the sensation of pulling down from the hip to the heel. And then you can start to make this bigger. Still feeling the weight of the foot pulling. Slow it down and then take it on an angle. Angle front, angle back to the back corner of the room. And just feel. All right, slowly release. And feel, do they feel even now? Okay. Now I know if you don't have a block, you said you had some hand weights. Maybe this would be a good place for hand weights. We're going to come down and start to stretch out a little bit here. Or toucans would be useful as well. Taking your blocks or putting your arms up on a chair. I'll use the end of my bed. Let's just say this was a chair and I was on my knees. You could put your head between your arms like this, but hopefully you can kneel on the floor. Otherwise, put your blocks in front of you, elbows on the blocks. Here's an example of the chair, Eva, if you have a chair. Right? Prayer points to the ceiling. So once you get into your pose, and I'm going to do my blocks on medium, start to drop into your breath. Feel how it's an upper back opener. And perhaps you can try curling your toes under and then shifting your hips back and see how that changes things. Breathe into your armpits. Feel the breath expanding the front of your chest into your armpits, into your upper back. Filling your rib cage with breath. One more breath. And release your prayer. Bring your hands back down to the earth. Seated in hero's pose, let everything just sink back down. Let the blood drain down. And now coming over into your buttocks, taking your blocks. We'll set up for blocks first. This is just one block under the heart, or a blanket, your thick blanket under the heart. So place it right behind your heart. And then supporting your head with your hands, knees bent, just leaning back. Feeling the opening of the front chest. And if you're on a blanket and you're not very elevated, it's okay to just release your head down and release your arms out to the side. Just feel that lifting of the heart on the blanket. Nice slow breath. Try extending your legs and feel how that changes the pose. Take one more breath. Release your hands to the earth, bend your knees, and let's roll over to one side to come out of it. Taking both your blocks for puppy. And if you don't have blocks, that's okay. We'll just use our hands. So puppy is when your hips are stacked over your knees. So trying to keep hips stacked over knees and have your blocks in front without moving your hips. Drop your heart towards the earth. You can rest your third eye, your forehead on the mat, or your chin. Great. Drop into your breath. Two more breaths. One more breath. And on the exhale, take one hand off the block, then the other. Come to hands and knees. Get your knees right under your hips. And then we'll flatten our blocks. Or just place the hands in front, curl the toes under, and coming up into down dog. Now have the heel of your hand cradling the bottom of your block and clutching the outside edges of the block with your thumb and your pinky. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Spin your inner thighs towards the wall behind you. Push into the blocks to draw your shoulder blades towards your hips and relax your head. Let your head be heavy. Heels pressing towards the earth. They don't have to contact the earth, just pressing. One more breath. Exhale, bend your knees. Now let's walk the blocks back, and we're going to test what it's like to do down dog with the heels up on the block and the toes touching the floor. And then walking your hands back out to down dog. Push your heels down into the block. Lift your hips towards the ceiling.
Relax your head. And if you want, you can even step your feet fully up onto the block and you'll get a much deeper back of leg stretch. But if you're just happy with your toes on the floor, stay there. Take 2 more breaths. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and the middle finger is in the center. Relax the back of your neck. On an exhale, slowly step 1 foot off the block and then the other. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hang in ragdoll. Let your head be heavy. Now pick up your blocks and let's bring them in front of the feet and then come down onto your left knee and extend your right leg out in a lunge. So hands on the floor or on blocks. All right. So your hands are under your shoulders on blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you can just bring your hands down to the earth wherever they will reach. Okay. Now curl your back toes under, and then let's shift the buttocks back and pull the toes up towards the face for a hamstring stretch. Then walk your hands forward and come back into a lunge. Back to the hamstring. You don't have to move your blocks. Pull the toes towards your face. Shifting forward. And one more time. Back into the lunge. And then let's step that back foot forward and we'll change legs. The right leg's behind. We're in a lunge. Back toes curled under. Let's shift the hips back. Pull the toes up. Shift your weight forward to lunge. Back to runner stretch. One more time. And back. And then let's step the back foot forward. Left knee comes behind again. Flatten your toes. And you can stay here in this lunge or put the block under your foot. So you've lifted that foot up off the ground. And just see how that changes things. And you can make your block on high so that you can lift your chest. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. And you'll feel this deep in your hip flexors. So if you don't have your foot on a block, just put it in front of you. Let's bring our hands up onto our hips. Take one more breath. Exhale, ha. Push through that front foot to move back, and let's change. So left foot comes on a block, or you just bring both hands to your hips if your foot's not on a block. Pick up your heart, broaden your collarbones, sink your weight forward. One more breath. And slowly release. Step onto both feet and take one block, bring it between your thighs. And we'll come into chair pose. So toes are pointing forward, thighs squeeze together, arms come up, buttocks go back for Utkatasana chair pose. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Lift your heart. Can you lift your arms even higher? See if you can bring them beside your ears. And feel how this works your back muscles. One more breath. Push through the feet to rise up and take a little back bend. Release your hands down. Let's come all the way into a forward fold. Keep squeezing the block between your thighs, spiral your thighs behind you, and drop your head forward for Uttanasana. Hands on the shins, flatten your back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Maybe you can bring your hands behind your calves, Uttanasana. Again, hands on the lower legs, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, and let's come back into chair pose one more time. Push down through your feet. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Squeeze the block with your thighs. Maybe can you pick your toes up off the ground? That's a lot to ask. One more breath. And exhale, slowly release your hands down. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Keep squeezing the block for Tadasana. Lifting your chin parallel to the earth. Spin your palms open. Feel the base of the big toes, the base of the baby toes, center of heels. Squeeze thighs. One more breath. Exhale, relax your thighs. Let's pick up the block. Take it out. You can feel your adductors got a nice little workout there. So now we're going to take this into standing postures. We're going to take triangle and revolve triangle and play with that. So taking your block in one hand, I'm using my right hand, step forward, and have the heel of your front foot line up with the arch of the back foot. So you could see an imaginary line between your arch and your heel. And bring that block outside of your ankle. And if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. Turn your torso to the side and float your arms up. Activate your arms by activating your tricep muscles to your middle fingers. Suck your kneecaps up into your thighs. Take a breath in. On the exhale, look down your hand, keep your legs straight, and we're going to reach across the room and feel like somebody's pulling your back fingers the other direction. So one arm goes forward, the other arm goes back. Kneecaps are engaged. Breath in. Exhale, hand comes to the block or to the upper ankle or shin. Now take your top arm, bring it to your navel, and draw your navel to the ceiling, dragging your navel to the ceiling. Hand to the center of the chest, drag your bottom rib cage up to the ceiling, and spin your chin to look to the ceiling. Unless that's not comfortable, then look to the side. Now float your arm up and push down through your block or push into your shin with your bottom hand. We rotate chin and push that bottom buttock through towards me. And feel your top shoulder blade roll back as if you were laying your back on a wall behind you. Push down through both feet. And if you'd like, you can spin your palm to face behind you, drawing the back of the arm across your low back and the fingertips maybe even touching your back thigh. And spiral your heart towards the ceiling as you bind the arm into the back. Take one more breath. Slowly float that arm back up and windmill it over. We're going to pick up the back heel so both feet are going the same direction. And your block comes inside of your foot now. Or maybe you have a blanket You want a little extra height, you bring your blanket inside of your foot just to give you some extra height. Reach your right arm forward and bring it behind to your low back. Begin to spin your chest to the right, looking over your right shoulder. And if you have a block and you need to put it on medium or high, adjust. And begin to turn your navel, turn your left lung, your throat, and your brain to look towards the ceiling. You can leave your hand on your low back or float your right hand up to the ceiling. Push down through both feet and pull your right hip back as the left hip moves forward. One more breath. On an exhale, slowly release that top arm. Bring both hands to the earth and step back to down dog. Pedal out your knees. Then press both heels towards the earth. Feel your down dog. And step forward now with your left foot. And the left block comes behind the ankle. Or your left hand is on top of your shin or your ankle. All right, let's come all the way up first, because that's where we started, sorry. Float your arms up. Your chest is turned to the side. Your heel is lined up the arch of the back foot. Turn your head to look down your middle finger. Keeping your legs straight, we'll reach across the room, feeling your right hand being pulled opposite direction. Breath in. On the exhale, hand comes to the shin, the ankle, or to the block. And your right hand comes to your navel, pulling your navel to the ceiling. Hand to the center of your chest, pulling your left lung up to the ceiling. Right arm floats up. Now push down with your left hand into your leg or your block and spin your chin to the ceiling, or find your gaze, what's comfortable for your neck. Pushing your left sit bone, your left buttock through towards me. Roll your right shoulder blade back and down. Do you feel all of your toes on the earth? Spin your right palm behind you, bending at the elbow, wrapping your hand around your left waist. And let's just turn a little deeper into our bound Trikonasana. One more breath. Exhale, floating the arm up, and then windmill it over in front, bringing the hand to the earth or on the block, please. Picking up your back heel, separating the feet so they're both going the same direction. Feel your left hip pull back, the right hip pulls forward, and your left hand goes to the low back. Inhale, lengthen spine. And on the exhale, we'll begin to spin the navel to the left, spinning the right lung, the right rib cage to the left, and pushing into all of your left toes. See if you can float the left arm to the ceiling and engage your left kneecap even deeper. Remember, you can adjust the height of your block. One more breath. And on an exhale, slowly release the arm down. Bend your knees, and let's bring both knees to the earth and take child's pose with your forehead on the block or on your blanket. And your arms can be forward, or you can bring your hands by your heels, palms face up. Your knees can be together or separated. One more breath. Breathing out the nose. Walk your hands back, slowly rolling up. Take your block, and we're going to bring it between the feet, knees together and sitting on the block. Knees together, sitting on the block, or roll your blanket up and sit on your blanket. Virasana, hero's pose. Roll your shoulders back and down, lengthen the sides of your neck. One more breath. Now I'd like to explore removing your block and picking up the other block, bringing it behind. Can you bring your forearms onto the blocks? Or if you don't have blocks, remain with that cushion maybe still under your buttocks and just bring your hands behind, just leaning back. Yes, so sitting on the blanket, bring the hands, or if you feel like you've got the room, you can come down onto your forearms. So this is a deep stretch in the front of the thighs. And if it bothers the neck, you can just look forward. There is the option of looking back or looking forward. On an inhale, slowly bring the chin forward, hands off the blocks, coming back up. Roll up onto your knees and keep a block's distance between the thighs, so a fist or a block's distance. And then we'll take modified camel with the hands on the low back. Pushing your hip bones forward, drawing your shoulder blades together, looking towards the ceiling. And if you are more flexible, you can curl your toes under, bring your hands to your heels, and come into camel, Ustrasana. And if you're really flexible, flatten the toes and come all the way down. Just imagine there's a wall in front of you and push your hip bones into this imaginary wall. You can look forward or roll your head back. Take one more breath. Then bring one hand to the front hip, the other hand, and we'll come back down. Feet together, knees together, hero's pose. Just explore, can you feel the energy more free flowing in the body? All right, we're going to explore chaturanga with our blocks. Bringing your blocks in front, shoulder distance. And there is no modification for this other than doing a straight up chaturanga. So let me just show you with the blocks first. So fingertips in front of the block. We'll walk our knees back, so like we're knees and hands on the earth. Tipping your shoulders onto the blocks, making sure they're completely supported by the blocks. Then curl your toes under and come into plank, chaturanga. And I don't want you to fully drop into the blocks. I want you to begin to squeeze your elbows into your rib cage and pull your hip bones to your lower ribs. Feeling chaturanga, supported by the blocks, but still efforting by pushing into your hands and squeezing into the rib cage. If you don't have the blocks, maybe just come into plank. And you can stay in plank or drop into chaturanga with your elbows squeezing the ribs. Everybody drop to your knees or drop to your belly. Come on down. I know when you got the blocks there, it's a little hard, so you'll have to move off to the side. And come down. Come into Sphinx pose. Elbows under your shoulders. Let's just rock hip bone to hip bone and let your shoulders go with it. Then relax, come to center. Spread your fingers wide, middle finger center. Push through your hands, lift your elbows off the earth. Lifting your chest. Pull your navel to your spine. Relax your feet, relax your buttocks. Engage your legs. Engage your glutes. Slowly come down. Now take one block in front. Extend your arms forward. If you don't have a block, just extend your arms forward. Now pick up your arms, pick up your legs for locust. And you can just hold here. And then I want you to take your block with your left hand, swing it around behind. And if you have no block, just swing your left hand behind. Now swing your right hand behind, grab the block, and bring the block forward. And both hands come forward. And then switch. Right hand comes behind, then left. Swing the block forward. So you're passing the block like hot potato and just changing your arms. And one more. Release the block down. Hands to the earth. Child's pose. Sink into your breath. One more breath. On the exhale, round up into cat. Inhale, drop the belly into cow. Turn your sit bones up. Chin lifts to the ceiling. Again, arching the back in cat. Reverse into cow. Last time, cat. Last time, cow. Come to neutral, and we're going to take pigeon with the right foot. So walk your hands back and bring your right foot over to the left front of your mat. Dropping into pigeon. So your foot doesn't have to be as high up as mine. Your foot could be closer to your back thigh. But wherever it is, I want you to take your block or your blanket and bring it under your right buttock, your right sit bone. So that now your right hip is level with your left hip. Right? So the foot's in front and prop. Okay, now you have that other block nearby. I have to go get mine. We're going to bring the forearms onto that front block to make it a little easier. Forearms on the block. And just gazing beyond your mat. Feel your left hip turning down, pushing your right buttock into the back block. And you can also bend your arms and place your head, your chin in the heel of your hand if you'd like. If that's more comfortable to rest. Yeah. And an energetic thing happens when you hold your jaw. It's relaxing and soothing to your body. Release your hands down onto the block. Let's just glide the block a little closer. Maybe come up on your fingertips and rounding your back, arching your back, puffing your pigeon chest. Squeeze your thighs towards each other. Feel what muscles engage when you do that. And then slowly release. And let's change sides. You can step back to down dog to make this easier. Pedal out your feet. And then bring your left knee to your left inner wrist. Walking your right leg back. Taking your block and putting it under your left sit bone. Coming onto your forearms. Your right hip drops to line up with left hip. You may stay here or decide if you prefer to rest your hands on your cheeks, your jaw. Close your eyes and relax. Release your hands down to the earth or to your block, walking the hands closer to your body, come up on your fingertips. Puff your pigeon chest and arch your back. Squeeze your thighs towards the center line. And slowly release. Relax your chin. And let's roll off of our block onto our buttocks and spin ourselves around onto our back. All right, you can use your block, a blanket, or nothing here. And let's come in to supported bridge pose. So tucking the block above your tailbone under your sacrum. Or if you don't have a block, just roll your hips up into bridge. Or just bring your low back to the earth and keep your knees bent and drop your knees together. That would feel nice. If you're on the block, make sure the roundness of your buttocks is dropping off the block towards the earth. Arms extended, palms turned up. If you don't have a block, you could have a nice rolled blanket in the same spot. So get the blanket under your low back if you don't have a block. Then we will all walk our feet together and bring your right knee into your chest. Holding on to the shin with your hands. Drawing the right knee deeper into the chest. Start to walk your left foot away. You won't be able to straighten your leg. Just extend the leg until it's extended as far as it can. Heel on the earth. When you extend your opposite leg, it helps to release the hip flexors. Now bend your left knee, left foot on the floor, extend your right leg up, flex the foot, and draw the leg closer to your face. I've wrapped my hand around my upper leg, drawing the right leg towards my face. Relax. Walk your hand a little higher up, draw it closer to your face. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, last time, pull it toward your face. Relax. And then take the leg across over to the left, keeping your left foot, left knee pointing to the ceiling. Yes, good. And you'll just feel an extension and elongation of the IT band on the right leg. That's right, Sue. We're just taking the leg over to the left. There you go. And slowly come back to center. Release your right foot to the ground. Knee stays bent. Pull your left knee into your chest. Walk your right leg away from your body and let it just hang. The heel on the earth, let it drop. Left knee bent and pulled into your chest. There you go. Slow breath. One more breath. Now slide the right foot back up the mat, right knee bent. Extend your left leg to the ceiling, wrapping your hand around the upper leg, the back of the upper leg. Let's draw the leg closer to the face. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw it in deeper. Exhale, release. Inhale, slide the hand up, drawing the leg closer. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. This time, exhale, bring it towards the face. Release. And bring the leg across to the right. We're just crossing over the body. No fancy move. One more breath. Exhale, bring the leg back to center. Float your right leg up. Holding onto the block with your hands, or just bringing your hands down beside your buttocks. Start to bring your feet over your head for plow. This is supported plow with a block under the low back. And if you have no block, just bring your feet as far over your head as you can. One more breath. Bend your knees. And we're going to take supported fish. So bring your toes down to the earth. Pull your block out. Roll over to the left. And we're just going to place the block under the heart. And then roll up onto that block. And if you could even turn that block on medium and bring the other block under your head on low. So middle block medium, back block low, and bring your heart on top of the block, head on the block. This is fish, knees bent. If you have a blanket rolled, put it under your heart and place your head on the earth. If this is too much for your neck, make both blocks on medium. When you're ready, you can extend your legs. One more breath. On the exhale, bend your knees and roll to one side to come off your blocks. And we'll complete this in cobbler's pose. Cobbler's pose is where you're lying on your back. You draw your feet up and then drop your knees out to the side. And if you have blocks, place them under your thighs. Or if you have two blankets, you place one blanket under each thigh. Tuck it up close to your buttocks. And if you don't have either, it doesn't matter. Just bring your legs to where it's comfortable in cobbler's pose. Supta Baddha Konasana. And if you have an extra blanket or a jacket, now's a good time to cover up. Palms down by your hips and turned up to the ceiling. Let's become aware of our breath. Slowly breathing in through your nose. We'll do a cleansing breath, breathe out the mouth. Two more slow cleansing breaths. One more. And relax your shoulders. Relax your armpits. Soften your face. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly extend your legs to either corner of your mat for Shavasana, and you can remain supported by your blocks under your thighs or remove them. Breathing into your face. Exhale, sink all the tissues of your face. Exhale, sink the head and the flesh, the scalp that covers the head, down to the earth. Soften your jaw, your tongue. Let the back of your neck soften. And relax the front of your neck. Become aware of your inner ears. Let them soften. Relax your shoulder blades. Become aware of your spine, your upper spine. Soften. Your middle spine. Soften. Your lower spine all the way to the tip of your tailbone. Relax. Feel all the muscles that surround the spine soften from the upper back to the mid back to the low back. Become aware of your chest. Breathe into your upper chest muscles. Exhaling, sinking the chest, the rib cage, the lungs. Breathing into your upper abdomen between navel and diaphragm. Exhale, melt the lower ribs and the upper abdomen. Breathe into your lower abdomen, swell the belly like a beach ball. Exhale, relax your belly. Down into your waist, down into your upper buttocks. Relax your pelvic floor and your hip bones. Relax your buttock muscles. Let your thighs be heavy. Let your knees, your shins, your calves be heavy. Let your heels, the tops of your feet, your toes, and the soles of the feet be heavy. Upper arms now from shoulder to elbows heavy. From elbows to wrist heavy. Backs of hands heavy in the earth. And palms completely relaxed. Just feeling the emptiness of the body at the same time flowing effortlessly. And keep your mind empty. Keep your thoughts out of your body. Leave them in the other room. And just be one with the flow of the body like a river. Feel the blood and the energy flowing like a river.
breath in. As you exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and circle your ankles and your wrists, extending your arms overhead, extending your legs, and shift yourself over to one side. And on the exhale, slowly rolling up. Seated on your blanket, a cushion, or your blocks. Let's just do a little bit of toning for the cells. Breath in. Hum, hum. Now feel your spine like it is a thermometer, and I want to move the hum all the way up the spine. We'll go from low tone to high tone and back down again. I can't remember what that instrument was called, but you pull something out and the sound goes high, and then it push it in, it goes low. So let's give that a try. Breath in, at the tailbone. Again. One more. Just feel. And feel the cells vibrate. Bring your palms together at your third eye. May you be the vibration of ease and flow today. May you remain flowing like an easy river. May your day be blissful and calm. Bring your hands to your heart. We bow forward and say, Namaste. Well, good work, everybody.
Thank you, Karen. That was marvelous.
I'm glad. Was it as hard as the strap one or easier?
No, this was easier. That strap one was a really good workout, actually.
It was, wasn't it?
I really
This was
enjoyed it.
much easier, much easier.
Good. And the music was like, I hope you could hear the music. It's really chill.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Eva. Come again, please. Love to have you join us. Okay. All right, everybody. Next week should be good. I'll see you then.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Have a good trip, lads.
Bye-bye.
Yes, you too, guys. Have a good trip. All right. See everybody soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.